We're always looking for a job that we can do from home, remotely, easy, that gives us extra cash, that also allows us to continue what we do best as a performer and what we love and what our passion is, which is auditioning, submitting, and doing the job when we book something. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through one of my new favorite ways for a side hustle for those of us in musical theater. I've been doing this for the past couple of years. I have students that have been doing this as well. I had one recently who just booked her first gig doing this with no upfront initial investment. And that is where many people get this specific gig side hustle job wrong. So I'm going to walk you through how, what, why, and what to avoid when you are starting to create this new side hustle for yourself so you don't waste money. I'm specifically talking about UGC work. So user generated content. Now, if you are a musical theater performer, which you probably are if you follow my channel here, but we do really well on camera most of the time because we're doing so many self-tapes. We have the basic equipment or we have the fancy equipment for self-tapes. Also, most of the time, we are very comfortable with short form vertical videos. So we're talking reels, shorts, the TikToks. We know how to do that. We're comfortable doing it. We're also comfortable memorizing a script. We're also comfortable putting on some type of emotion that is specifically needed for some type of content because that's what we do for a living. So user-generated content is a gold mine. If you want to make extra money working from home, or if you're like me, I travel quite a lot, you could do it from anywhere in the world. Now, the mistake many people make is thinking you're going to make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, it's possible. Anything is possible. Or that you need to have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers on a social media platform. Could that be beneficial for some UGC jobs? Like, sure, anything is possible in this world. We know that, right? But what I'm specifically talking about is something that is specific to our industry, that is quick, that is going to get you income, just flowing when you need it. And when you don't need it, you can let that job just kind of sizzle and fizzle until you're ready and you need it between gigs next time. One thing I talk about quite often when we're discussing side hustles for performers, because we have to have them, is ROI, return on investment. You want to make sure that what you're investing, you are going to get back, and that you're not investing so much upfront with the unknown side of side hustles, especially with online work, which this is. So with user-generated content, you already probably have everything you need, and you just don't know it. You don't need a fancy demo. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need to take fancy classes. You really already have the skills for it. And the one platform that I would say to start using to get UGC work, to see if that's something you're good at, to get a reel together from experience, is start with Backstage. Majority of us in musical theater have a Backstage.com account. And if you don't, this may be kind of another tipping point reason for you to get one. Is it like, the end all be all? No, I would say start with Actors Access. I always suggest that. But I'm union and I use Backstage for other jobs that are not going to be posted on Actors Access. Sometimes we have to do the jobs that are a couple $100s, that are, $100 here, $100 there, because you need that extra income. And I would rather do something that helps me get better skilled at making tapes, that helps me have the ability to work from home, that gives me the ability to still audition whenever I want to, instead of going in and working by hourly pay and needing to be there, for a whole day of my time, and then I can't do what I want to do with my career in musical theater. So this is a great opportunity for you. Are there jobs out there that you could make thousands and thousands of dollars? Like, sure, but is that a reality? Probably not that much. So I just want you to come in with this, with the mindset that this is supplemental. It is not one income. You're going to do it, and this is the only thing you have to do to support yourself. But you probably already know that. I just want to be clear. Start with Backstage. It is the place that I get most of my UGC work, and it's the place that I find clients, and then they end up coming back to me and asking me for more gigs, asking me to create more content after I create some type of good rapport with them and I'm a good fit for their products or what they need. It can really be a great gold mine for UGC work for performers and actors who have a knack at this. And if you do have a lot of followers on one of your social media platforms, you can also have jobs that are specific to those platforms where they do want you to have so many followers, or a certain type of niche, or a certain type of way that you create content. That can all be beneficial. So start there. Start by going on to Backstage, go under the content creator tab. You're already paying for the account. Let's get everything we can out of it, okay? Let's go in there, create your profile, use what you have. You don't need to build it out with these fancy. No. All you need is headshot, basic information on there, and then have some type of video that showcases you doing vertical video. This can be something that you've already posted on YouTube Shorts, on Instagram Reels, or anywhere else on TikTok where you're talking about something that you love, like your dog's favorite chew toy, or you're talking about your travel to Europe, or you're talking about what you do in the summer for fun, or your cooking tutorial, like whatever it may be. Just pull a couple of different ones, label them separately like clips, like you would on Actors Access, or like we do on Backstage if you use Backstage for auditioning, for performing jobs, and use that as example videos. Your other option too is to take different clips that you've already created that kind of look like user-generated content and make it into a quick reel. Now this can be something super simple. This is what I eventually was able to do, was create some type of simple reel that showcased the different ways that I create content. But all you have to do is use what you already have or make something up. I had a student recently do this. She just created a little clip on her own talking about a product that she loved as she was going to post it, just like she would on TikTok or Instagram. And she used that on Backstage and started booking her first gig with user-generated content. Sometimes the income is going to be really low, like maybe it's $50 and they're going to tell you 1 hour of work or a 30-second clip of something. But it's always almost 90% of the time going to be vertical content, vertical form. So pull something you already have, create something you already have. There's absolutely no reason to wait until you have a full demo to put it up there. Equate this to what we do in our industry. You don't have to have a full demo reel of you on stage performing to submit for jobs. We just make self-tapes, right? We just create them on our own, under our own circumstances, as we would if we were going in person. Same thing with this. That's how I started. I literally just pulled some of my shorts from YouTube about me teaching, about me creating content, about me showcasing different products that I did on my own. And I just used those and started submitting on Backstage. And I got a lot of responses from people and booked a lot of gigs right off the bat. But you really want to focus in on jobs that you see that really fit you and the audience that would reflect you. So if you're someone that's in your 20s and you're really good at travel videos because you do those vlogs already on your own, or you're really good at makeup videos, or you love researching new facial products or new hairstyles or dyeing your hair, look for those jobs. Look for those gigs that you really relate to and that are somewhat in the audience that would relate to you. So if I'm looking for content, I'm really looking for content of someone, over 30. A lot of the products I do are health-oriented, nutrition-oriented. If you have a dog, you can do dog videos. One of my students actually has cats, and she does cat pet videos and showcases products with her pets. And then she gets the product for free, and then she gets paid on top of it. But start with what you have. Don't feel like you need to invest money, all right? We're talking about return on investment. Investment being low, and let's get that return high. We don't want to do the opposite. And I know we do that quite a lot in our industry in musical theater, right? We invest a lot up front, training, degrees, classes, headshots, like all the things. I wouldn't do that with UGC work up front. Let yourself see if this is something you're good at, book a couple of gigs, and then use that as a demo or as an example and build your resume out slow and steady. You also probably already have everything you need for UGC work. Majority of the time, they're going to ask you to create it as if normal life, as if you were creating something for your Instagram stories, or if you were creating something for TikTok. They want it real. They want it personal. They don't want it edited. Most of the time, they will ask you to create it and send them the raw footage. The other option is they want you to create it and they want it to be a certain time amount. Like a lot of the ones I've done, it's can you create a 1-minute testimonial about using this product? And then they'll give you access to the product, and then you can try it out, and then you can just literally use your phone, hit record. So the equipment that you need, typically your cell phone, maybe a tripod, which is like literally what I'm using now. This is my cell phone on a tripod. So you probably already have that for self-tapes. Some type of natural light, depending on what they ask you for. I'm not even using light right now. This is literally just natural windows all in front of me. And they're generally for UGC work, I've never used a fancy microphone. I use the microphone on my phone. Now I do have like the newest iPhone, so the quality of it is very high, but I don't even use any other fancy, I don't use this equipment. I don't typically edit it in my normal way that I do for my self-tapes. It's raw, it's easy. And if they're asking me to put together some type of clips of something, I will honestly go and create it in Instagram, and I'll create it as a reel, and then I will download it, and then I will send that to them. And that is if it's going to be something really quick and it's a low payment, it's like $50 or something. If they're paying me quite a lot of money and they want me to put the clips together for them, then I will edit that. I will film all the content on my phone vertically, or however they ask. And then I will edit it in my normal program. I use Filmora from the Wondershare suite, but you can do this in iMovie as well, however you edit your self-tapes. And I will edit it together in my program on my laptop, and then I will export it at the highest quality possible. So that way when the client gets the video, the footage, it's the highest quality so that they can use it wherever they want. My biggest encouragement to you is to start testing this out on Backstage, using what you have without investing any money in it, and seeing if it's something that works for you, and seeing if it's something that brings you extra money and income on the side. Backstage is a great place to do this. No extra cost, no extra worry, no extra stress, and it's another way for you to build your side hustle and create streams of revenue as a musical theater performer. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it is, let me know down below. Give me a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.